Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Passive Income Lifestyle Series. I'm your host, Travis Watts, and in today's episode, what we're talking about is how much is enough and how to find out. And what we're talking about is how much is enough income to retire. Disclaimers as always, never financial advice, not telling you or anyone else what to do. This is for informational and educational purposes only. And with that top of mind, I want to start out by saying I'm sure that you're aware there's endless amounts of articles and blogs and strategies and formulas that you can find online as to how to determine how much is enough. The issue is most of these are focused on the stock market where most Americans are investing their money, and a lot of these have to do with net worth. So in true theme of the show, Passive Income Lifestyle Series, I figured I'd show you how to figure out how much is enough based on passive income. So with that top of mind, let's get started. So I'm going to share with you 3 steps on how to determine how much is enough. And before we get into those 3 steps, I'm going to put up on the screen for a quick refresher the hierarchy of income. So this is a little diagram that I've created, which shows someone moving up in the hierarchy of income. And at the bottom is called self-sufficiency. This is where somebody can basically support their living costs on an active income source like a job. This would be someone who is merely paycheck to paycheck. As you move up with a little more income, you find stability, which is where you can eliminate bad debt and maybe have a little bit of cash in the bank. Above this level, I call flexibility. This is where you have more than just a little cash cushion for emergencies in the bank. You could perhaps take a year off of work, travel more, pivot careers. You just have more flexibility over your lifestyle. Above this level is financial independence. This is where you can live off of your income that your investments generate. And above financial independence is what I call financial abundance. And this, quite frankly, is where money is no longer a concern. You have more than you'll ever need. It's usually a stage of giving back because you can't possibly spend the amount of money that you're bringing in. So this brings us to step number 1, and that's to consider what is your goal. Frankly, not everybody strives for financial abundance. Not everybody desires financial independence. Some people, quite frankly, are content with their career. They love what they do, but it might be nice to have flexibility of lifestyle where they could take a break for a while and come back to it, or maybe work part-time instead of full-time. Others are just looking to eliminate debt and have a little cash cushion in the bank, while others seek that work optional lifestyle and that financial independence number. So number 1 is to consider what goal you're looking to achieve. Now that brings us to number 2. And number 2 is consider the current income that you have through your job and or any investments that you have. Is it enough? Think about if the paychecks and the income kept rolling in every month, but you didn't have to go to work, would you be content with that scenario for the rest of your life? Are you able to live the optimal lifestyle that you desire based off that income? And the answer is going to be different for everyone. Some people might be making an abundance of income and say, frankly, I could live on less than what I currently make. Others would say, no, I'm at the beginning stages of my career. I desire a much higher income, and there's much more that I want to accomplish in life. So you do you and decide what income would be sufficient to live the lifestyle you're looking to live. Now, before we jump right into step number 3, I want to share this story with you for a little bit of perspective and additional context. So there's an engineer, and he's 24 years old, just graduated from college, gets synced up with a high-income job at an engineering firm, and he works himself up from bottom to top in this company. He puts in 15 years. And at this point, he's nearing 40 years old. He's got a handful of stock options, a really nice lucrative 401k. His net worth's going to be in the ballpark of, let's say, $2 million. And he thinks to himself, I'm burned out. I'm tired of this. I don't see much more advancement here. I'm going to branch away and create my own firm and my own company. And he does just that. He launches this company from scratch. He dedicates the next decade to building it up, and he's able to successfully secure a sale of this business for $5 million. Now, between his net worth, his previous investments, and the sale of this company, his net worth is approaching $10 million at this point. His age is nearing 50, and he says to himself, well, that went really well. That was exciting. Let me do that again. I'm going to start another business. And he does just that. So this time he wants to go bigger. He wants to get the big payday. He's dedicated to putting in 15 years of time to building up this firm. He does just that. His age is nearing 65, and he secures the sale of this business for $10 million. Now, adding up his previous net worth and assets and the sale of this business, his net worth is nearing 25 million at this point, and he decides it's time to retire. I'm 65, I've put in the work, and I'm done. Now, after listening to this story, you might think, hey, this sounds pretty good. It's a great success story, the great American dream, right? The dilemma is when we're younger, we seek money, but when we're older, we seek youth. And the problem with that is that you can always make more money, but you can never get your youth back. Now, here's a couple takeaways from this story to consider. Number one, could this individual have retired at age 40, where he was leaving the corporate world with approximately $2 million of net worth? Let's suppose he had taken $500,000 out of his net worth, bought a house, and paid it off, and then invested the remaining $1.5 million into passive income producing assets. And for simple math, we'll use 8% yield per year. He'd have approximately $120,000 per year in passive income, a paid off house, and perhaps a low cost of living. Now, this could have allowed him to spend more time with friends and family, or to travel, or just to do the things that most of us can do when we're younger, as compared to putting them off until an unknown age in the future. And if that scenario doesn't resonate with you in particular, consider when this individual was 50 years old and had an approximate net worth of $10 million. Perhaps he took $1 million out of his net worth, bought a house, paid it off in cash, and invested the remaining $9 million into passive income producing assets. Assuming the same 8% annualized yield, that would give him approximately $700,000 per year in passive income, while still being able to retire early at age 50. And the point of this story is to consider what's important to you. Is it money? Is it net worth? Is it freedom? Is it time with friends and family? And I call this scenario the success cycle. And it's really easy to get caught up in the success cycle, especially here in America, where it's spread all throughout our culture. Work, work, work until when? And this, my friends, is number 3 to knowing how much is enough. It's what are you chasing? What is your desired outcome? What are you looking to get out of life? There is no specific answer to how much is enough. It depends on you, your desired lifestyle, and what it would cost to live that desired lifestyle. So I encourage you to keep an eye out for this crossover moment in your life. Having a general awareness of what that crossover looks like for you can make all the difference. Money may be unlimited, but your time is limited. Something to think about here for the week. You're listening to the Passive Income Lifestyle Series. My name is Travis Watts. If you ever have questions on Ashcroft Capital, passive income investing through multifamily apartments, reach out to me. I'd be happy to be a resource for you. Travis@ashcroftcapital.com. To learn about current offerings and opportunities, visit avaf3.com. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next episode.